So, hey guys, Chauzu here. It's almost time for the treasure map against Film RED Sanji. And I actually had a lot of fun building against this. I know people joke about that if you get the boosters, you don't really need to build, but yeah, treasure map is more than the main boss teams, and at least one main boss team you could have some fun with building teams. But yeah, there were some pretty hard mini bosses this time, and like my goal when making these mini bosses is to combine chill with speed. So I want it to be fast, and I definitely don't want to have to use too many specials. I don't want to have to tap with too many units. So both those aspects are important to me. But yeah, let's jump into it. People always ask how many runs I'll do, and some will probably say that I should go for number one, but this is no joke this time. Work is back. I can't play that much. I can probably do 150 nav levels, I guess. I doubt much more than that. That's basically my goal, at least. Anyway, Nami. And yeah, let's see what Nami does. Paralysis, block orbs top and bottom, mid row gets slot bind, force turns damage threshold and death damage. And yeah, with so many boosted units we can ignore the death damage completely. We resist the paralysis with barter support. We remove the damage threshold with Shinobu. Shinobu also gives a chain boost. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be about 90% HP as well. I don't see why not. So we also get the ore boost when using her special. 2 times ore boost. And then we can just use Zoro and Sanji later when needed. And we get a full ward of Psi Orbs. And we get increased damage taken. And we get the color affinity. So, and if we for some reason want attack boost later, I doubt it, can always use this Robin for her attack boost. So yeah, that's the plan. Shouldn't be any problems. I prefer to run something faster, maybe a wave clear team. Like, we'll see how the treasure map works. Like, if I can do this battle at the mini boss map, for example, and always have it nav level 1, I definitely do a buggy team instead. We'll see how it turns out. Brook. And yeah, as you see, we're debuting We2 Fuji into the treasure map. I've talked a bit about it before, how We2 Fuji with level limit break is basically a second Kiko and ISO for treasure map. And yeah, we can use Fuji since slashers get seed reduction here. Damage threshold, color orbs badly matching, 10 turns the spear, special reverse, and normal attacks only. And yeah, basically, wave clear 2 turns with the cat. Final stage we use Toki. We will have 1 orb thanks to Hiyori's Sailor. So Hiyori, Toki will reduce the CD and give color affinity and give a 2 times attack boost. Then I can use Hiyori, and Hiyori will remove the spear. Sadly not much more than that, but it is what it is. And if I want an ore boost in the future, I can just use cat special. And I said I do double cat wave clear, but of course the second wave clear will be by Fuji. Fuji is basically another take on Kiko and ISO here. We will get a wave clear and a 3.5 times chain lock for final stage. Going to be very chill. Fuji's special is a bit slower than Kiko and ISO, and of course harder to fit on a team in general since you need int or slasher or powerhouse seed reduction. But a very interesting addition to treasure map, and like Kiko and Ice is one of the best treasure map units in general, so being able to have a second one is very chill. Moving on, we got the Robin fight, and yeah, as you see, we do have the Kiku and Iso here. Block orbs, 9-turn bind for the left column. Tons of chain debuffs and 5 turns of attack down. We wave clear with Caesar turn 1. Turn 2 we use Kiku and Iso, set up a chain lock for final stage and wave clear. Final stage we use the new free-to-play Luffy. He's pretty good actually. We will change block orbs to matching. We will get an attack boost and an ore boost. We will be using the Crocodile. He will remove the attack down and give 2 times call affinity to int. He has reduced CD with limit break expansion. I highly recommend doing it if you have this Croc. He's super good. And of course resist bind with the Yamato Captain. And if we ever want more damage final stage, we can even use Caesar a second time to get that 1.75 times conditional. So yeah, not the team I'd run if I went to like 300 nav levels, but it should be fine for the amount of effort I'm going to put in. Chopper, and yeah, this is going to be a weird one. Usually, I do not run hybrids against mini bosses. It's too much of a hassle, but this Chopper boss is a nightmare. Basically, might be the dumbest treasure map mini boss ever. So I made a very convoluted team, but it's actually super chill, and I thank my Swedish pal Bobby 6+ for reminding me that we to Duffy exist. So let's just check what Chopper does first. He does so much. This is basically Raging Bay, but a treasure map variation of it. So third battle, unfavorable orbs, 5 turns paralysis, 5. We have the burn, 20k damage, special reavers, 3 turns. We have 1 turn of 3 size slot hits, and then when defeated, not only does they do full recovery, not only do they change type, not only do they change the block, but they also do 15 turn top right bind. And that might sound super dumb, but the idea is basically that it's intended that you use Luffy turn 1, Luffy gets binded, then he's not captain anymore, so you can ignore the bind. That's the idea. But yeah, super dumb design, but I've been able to work around it. Sadly, not many will be able to do it, because if they do have Uta, they will run Uta versus the boss. But I will not do that, as you'll see later when we go through that. But yeah, basically, when I do Chopper, I will just click here, click on the Chopper team, pick Uta, swipe right, and use this team. So it might be Luffy on the picture, but I'm not using this team versus Luffy. This is my Chopper team. This is just to make it easier and faster to use a team. So basically, when I'm facing Luffy, this team will be blackened out since I've already used it, and I can just swap right, pick the Zoro, and then pick my Luffy team. That's the idea, basically. So let's talk about the Chopper team. Remember, this is the Chopper team, not Luffy team. Basically, we have some key units here. First, Shirahoshi. She ensures that we have full board of rainbow orbs when we get to the final boss. We will wave clear with Zoro twice. We will obviously use Uta stage 1. Get attack and orb boost for final stage. The only special we're using is Shanks and Beckman. And they actually have super good synergy with Uta. Like Uta gives attack and orb boost. Then Shanks and Beckman gives the chain lock. And also 3 times color affinity. So yeah, this is going to be some insane damage. And then we have the barrier to think about. And only one unit goes through the barrier, which has pros and cons. The pro is that we can't accidentally kill the boss before hitting with the chain lock. The con is that eventually the HP might get too high. Like, I will see how the HP looks like. If I do too little damage long term, I will change to V2 Dog as captain instead for Carrot and Wanda. But basically, Carrot and Wanda will 1-hit KO, and then after a revive, Luffy will 1-hit KO with his special. The main reason I wanted to use Carrot and Wanda is that they make sure that both Shanks, Beckman, and Luffy are ready without any support, so it's just a bit faster. Very cool team. I'm looking forward to try this out in practice. Anyway, final team, and yeah, it's going to be a bit weird here because let's look at the Luffy team, which is not this team. Luffy is the interesting boss since you can actually do some different comps against him and still have max boost. Stage 1 gives 2-turn top row paralysis. Stage 2 block orb, 5-turn chain lock, and 5-turn chain debuff, chain attack down basically. And final stage block orbs, special bind, burn, resilience, and barrier, which requires you to hit perfect 4 times. All very annoying stuff. The burn is pretty dumb though, because there's no revive or anything, so even if you take burn damage, it doesn't kill you. Anyway, so when I face Luffy, I will pick Zoro Friend Captain and then use this team. And yeah, as you see, no Uta here. And I think this is the best possible team to run in general. We have the Black Maria support on ulti. This will handle the paralysis stage 1. Stage 2, I will use Zoro, Jinbei, and Frankie, all of them. Zoro will handle all the chain buffs, give a chain lock for stage 2 and 3. Jinbei will give us the full board of int, remove barrier, and also give an attack boost for stage 2 and 3. And then I use Frankie as well to complement Jinbei and give the ore boost for stage 2 and 3. So we set up most buffs then. And then there's not much to handle final stage because most of the debuffs are handled by the support Mihawk. Sets defense to 0 and gives end of turn damage to bypass the resilience. So the only remaining debuff is block orbs, which Brule will handle. So basically in the beginning, I don't need to use a special final stage. I will start using it when I need to do more damage, because then I can use Ulti's special to remove the special bind and give a base stat boost to fighters and powerhouse, which we have a few of. And this allows me to use the Chopper, and Chopper will be able to give color affinity as well as the cerebral resistance, which lets at least Chopper do a lot of extra damage. So yeah, should be a pretty good team. Look forward to trying it out as well. We'll see how long I can run double Zoro. And as for the Sunny team, this is honestly one of the dumbest bosses made for Treasure Map. And I'm not saying this as in this being hard. Actually, this is super free as long as you run Uta, basically. But of course, it's dumb in the sense that Uta doesn't boost the new Treasure Map recruits. So it just makes all of them pretty worthless, but you have to run them for score. But yeah, Battle 1, we have the paralysis, which Uta handles. Stage 2, we have the paralysis, which Uta handles. We have the barrier, and we have damage threshold. And final stage, paralysis, which Uta handles. Special reverse, which Uta handles. And death up. The other stuff you can also ignore with Uta, since, yeah, Uta is pretty busted. So yeah, pretty straightforward. This is like the only team you can build. Like, you use the utility you need, and that's it. Basically not very exciting at all. But yeah, we'll see. I might be skipping ambush for a while anyway, just to get to higher navs a bit faster, we'll see. Maybe not, since I won't do that many navs, but we'll see. Pretty boring fight. I don't really like fights like this when there's zero room for any creativity at all. But yeah, that's my teams for this treasure map. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.